Thursday, 8 o'clock, the Big Detective Show.
It certainly is. And it's tidy. Hello.
Hello, dear. Good evening, everyone.
Adrian and I, well, mainly Adrian, were being a bit childish during the adverts then because we can see each other. Oh.
Emu is kicking off, and then Sooty. Good evening. We're here to talk about metal detecting, not
very
Sweet.
serious metal detecting show.
We can't talk about Sweet because the dog ate him a couple of years ago. But yeah, we're here tonight to talk about Spades in the metal detecting community. So just lay down. Yeah, all right. You just lay down, Sue. So thanks for joining us.
Hold on a minute. I'll stop you there. That's not the real Sue. Sue could speak.
Yeah, but she's old. She's like 67. She can't talk now. Yeah, she's got. I don't think she's got any teeth at all. But yeah.
So she's under the table.
No, she's do rude things. But those of you who know Emu, he's pesky varmint, as we all know. So
just knocked your green screen, mate.
He loves me. All right. I've had that since I was
52.
10. Everyone wanted an Emu. Anyway, metal detecting. We're here to talk about.
Oh yeah. I remember now.
Yeah.
Hello.
Not Sooty and Sweep and Emu. Thank you those for watching. What have you been up to this week, dear? Because you still waiting. You got a date for your operation, haven't you?
Yay! So for definitely the 5th of April and probably the next week or so, we'll be kindly joined by probably Lady Martin and hopefully Shane as well.
That'd be a good show.
You thrown me tonight. I ain't got a clue what we're going on about. Have you been the bar? Have you been the pub?
So there is a bit of news.
I'm not on Pepsi.
I was a little bit miffed this week, David.
Why is that, Poppet? Oh, yes, you were, weren't you, indeed?
Look, someone has been on me and James's permission. Nighthawkers. Yes. Look at them.
9:30 at night as well.
Yeah, and what the date I don't think is exactly right, but what they don't realise is my landowner has got trail cams. So I'm only showing you these videos because it cuts their heads off, right? But these people, there's 3 of them. One's got a CTX 3030. The other 2 have got Deus 2s. So if you're watching this show or you know someone who Nighthawks and they're in Essex and they've been on my permission, you have been really stupid and thick. For one, you're breaking the law. For two, you're on my permission, which is a no-no, big time. And three, your car number plates have been registered by the ANPR system the farmer's got, and he's got your faces, and he's got you talking, and it's been sent to the police. So I would be sitting in your bed tonight, absolutely shiting your pants because you're going to get arrested soon.
It'll be on your permission.
Well, I spoke to a person. I won't say who it was, but he said if he saw them on there, he would shoot at them. So we could end up with a Norfolk thing. But you guys are thick as honestly, you absolutely in the head.
Just these people, but anyone in Nighthawks are imbeciles.
Importantly, I think there's about 20 trail cams around that field, and I've just shown a little clip tonight, but it's got them chatting, talking, and you've
seen the video where they go, "Oh, look at this fib. Adrian hasn't had a fib on."
No, they didn't find any fibs. Right, okay. And I actually went on the area they've been detecting, and there weren't many holes dug, so they obviously weren't very good at their job. Because I found some nice stuff there last weekend. So
Painting says, lowest to the low. What are things do to your fellow detectorist?
Yeah,
what are things to do to a landowner, because it puts landowners off having people.
It does, and it could affect my permission. It won't, because I've said we'll keep an eye out. But more importantly, these blokes, Christ, that's a good job they're nighthawkers, not burglars, because they'd be nicked. Well, they're going to get nicked soon anyway. So if you're watching this, or if people want to share on Facebook,
CTX 3030 be to buy?
Well, the CTX 3030 is covered in camo. One of them, I think,
how much would it be to
buy? Second hand, they've gone up actually, probably about 800-900 quid.
And how much would the Deus 2 be?
What, second hand?
Well, if they bought it first hand,
800-900. Well,
so you're talking potentially $3,000 worth of equipment plus whatever else will be taken from them, and then they're going to be out of pocket when they get eventually caught.
Yeah. And there's a few more things. The cars have been recorded.
At the end of the day, Adrian,
their faces.
It's a crime. It's a rural crime.
And
it's something that does get taken more and more seriously now.
And in Essex, they're really hot on that. So I thought I'd start the show with that. A bit of a downer, because it's a bit of a negative.
But things will get better because we've got a topic for the show. And we've also got a video, which will certainly raise a cheer. In fact, we've got a series of videos, which we're going to be playing every now and again. And if anybody has any other ideas for similar videos that we can include in the near future, give us a shout and I will acquire them. But tonight we'll be showing one of those videos. It's about 7 minutes long, but please bear with us because it's quite hysterical, isn't it, Adrian? It's from the 80s, but it's quite hysterical.
Yeah, I like them a lot. I think they're quite nice videos.
And there's even one that you haven't seen before in there as well. Or two in there that you haven't seen.
Yes, there is. Definitely. But are we going to go straight into the digging tools space?
Why the hell not? So the other week we... one of my work colleagues, Anthony Lester, mentioned about pinpointers. And me and Adrian thought he'd make a good show if we discussed pinpointers and, what's available out there, the pros and cons and such like. We believe it was quite well received from yourself. We had some good feedback. So this week we decided to move on to something else, another topic. So tonight we're going to be talking spades. Now, don't forget from... I haven't put it together. Adrian has. Thank you very much again, Adrian. From all the information in this video, in this presentation that'll be coming up in a wee while, This is just a small scattering, and that people will have a lot more ideas of things. Right at the top, Andrew T, who's over in Canada, he said about they called I'll find it. Talk, Adrian, for a minute.
I'm just putting some chat. Dark Knight Detectress just got Acupoint. It is amazing. Yes, it would be. Eagle Eye DJ.
Ban him.
James. No, he might. It's me and him. It's our permission. And the farmer hooked up 240 volts to his barn doors at one point and wiped out a guide. Yes, that's illegal, but we won't put that on there. But that's the sort of people you dirty Nighthawkers are dealing with. You won't get away with this, mate. Or you three. I know who you are.
So, over in the colonies, Andrew T uses an Excalibur shovel in Utah, which I've not heard of. And I'm sure there'll be lots of others over in the colonies that you will mention tonight in the chat. We put it at the bottom as well. USA fully customized, handmade, Andrew T says. So, without further ado, Adrian, shall we talk spades?
Let's talk spades. Right. So, let's talk spades. What is
a spade, Adrian?
Well, it has. Well, this is very interesting because depending on where you are in the world, a spade and a shovel has different uses. Pardon me. So if you're digging, basically you want a spade. If you're shoveling, you want a shovel. So in America and potentially in Norfolk, where the soil is very moist and sandy, you want to shovel it off. But 99% of us in the UK use a spade. So let's start. If you're new to the hobby and you just want to dig a hole, you can get a spade for 10 quid off Amazon. And this is the silver line, which Chinese, plastic, metal ended, hammerite paint. It will last 10, 20 years without a problem. However, there are a few issues with this. It's heavy, it's cumbersome, it's not ergonomic, and it will dig a hole. But 8 hours detecting, you're going to get the sharp edge of it hit you in the back of the shins and cut you. It's not the best digging tool if you're going to be taking up the hobby for a long term, but it works. It digs a hole.
On certain ground conditions, you don't actually want a spade. A spade like that, the form of the head, isn't necessarily going to be able to pierce the ground as much as you'd like.
And I've highlighted these as budget, right?
And lots of people, by the way, Adrian, that Silverline or similar, a lot of people have actually took a grinder to them and doctored them themselves and swear by what they've made themselves.
We'll get onto that. So this, for me, is a couple of things here. This Blackadder have been making digging tools, I think, for 30 years or something. This is British, and this is from Blackadder. If you're looking at buying a spade and you're new to the hobby or you don't care about the weight or anything, no-brainer. Absolute no-brainer. This is a good all-round digging tool. And we've met them, haven't we, Dave, the guys from Blackadder, many a time.
Yeah, know them very well now. Top pair of lads. Yeah. And I met the dad as well, who unfortunately passed away last year.
And a British designed and built spade for £26.48. Don't quite know how they get that, but it's a no-brainer. You can't go wrong with Blackadder. You really can't. I think my dad even had one. That's how old they are. Shall we move on?
Before you carry on, hello to Dave Evans, who's sat in his tent watching tonight. Dave's currently doing, I think it's the Great Tommy Sleepout or there might be another one in the year. So he's Dave. If you are actually, I'm not sure if you're raising money for the charity, but if you are, drop us a link in the text here, and we'll show it on the screen. And
100%,
people
100%.
can donate if they are willing or wishing to the fantastic cause. Adrian, don't forget, when we are talking about the Spades, we have to describe them a little bit. Lady Martin said for the podcast.
Okay, so this is the Spear and Jackson 1194EL stainless steel border spade. Donna. On Amazon, £30. Now, this spade has evolved in the hobby over the years, and I'll explain more in a bit. This spade for 30 quid, stainless steel, will outlive you. I have had one of these many years ago, and I now use it in my garden. It's got a lovely rubber grip on it, stainless steel base, Spear and Jackson. Amazon, £30, no brainer, but it's a bit heavy, and it isn't too different to the £10 spade, apart from it won't rust. So that's a good tool. Now we're moving on to the MindLab Pro spade. Came out about 2 years ago.
It's the mid-range.
Mid-range, yeah. It's fairly pricey for what it is, £50. But this spade is stainless steel. It's got a sharp point at the end. It's not serrated. The ergonomics on it are quite good. It's quite high. It comes up to, I'm 5'10", 11, and it 11. Oh yeah, and it comes above my waist. It's really good for leverage in clay hard soils. I actually snapped it a few months ago, but that's because I was an idiot digging in frozen ground. But I would say for a mid-range spade, you can't go wrong with that. This one here is
a fantastic looking spade, that one, to be fair.
Yeah, and if you've got a Manticore, Equinox, or a Xterra Elite, Xterra Pro, it's all part of the brand, isn't it? But this is available from Crawford's, and I received this a couple of years ago for Treasure Hunting magazine, and I was like, oh yeah, another spade. And it is actually quite nice. It's a very nice height when you're walking. You don't drag it, you walk with it, if that makes sense. So it's like a walking stick. But I highly recommend that spade from Crawford's. It's really good.
Dark Knight Detectorist Adrian says, you're not 5'10". I'm that tall and you're shorter than me.
I'm definitely taller than you. 100%.
Ooh, fine.
100%. Fight. Oh, yeah.
I like about that, the shaft on that, which I'm very profound that you've not said shaft tonight yet when we're talking about shovels and spades. The shaft on that, it's got a bit of a curvature in. I like that. It's going to help with your ergonomics and such like. And again, the handle not dissimilar to the one that we looked at, the Spear and Jackson one. I love the handles on that. In fact, my spade that I won on lockdown competitions, which I think you'll have coming up in a bit, similar. Absolutely love it.
Mm-hmm.
And the good thing about that as well, it's one of the first one we've seen with a guard on the top of the spade, which obviously is going to save your shoes.
Yeah, it's not great, but it's there.
There.
It's not the best. It's not the best in the category.
You can modify it as well if you want to.
Then we move on. £56 stainless steel Black Ada. It's not the prettiest looking spade, if I'm honest, but this is quite popular. It's very comfortable. I've used one of these. It's very comfortable to use. Pretty light. We haven't gone into weights.
What size is it, Adrian? Where is it up to?
I don't know, but this is the extended
one.
So it's similar. It's similar to the one before in height.
Right.
That's why they called it the extended one. So
Got you.
yeah, why do you need a long spade? Well, one or two reasons. You can get more leverage, and it's better for your back. And if you don't believe me, you can. We haven't included the short, dumpy spades that you can buy, which are okay. But believe you me, when you're digging a lot of holes, you don't want a short, dumpy one.
I've got one of the ones in the chat. Jim Painting's just played the blinder. He's been watching the show for how long? And there's obviously a lot of other people who are regulars to watching the show and take part in the chat. And he's only just wondered that. To which she said, married for 27 years in a couple of weeks.
Right.
Oh, hello.
Off track a bit. It's like everything. If you've got let's think of it. Let's say you've got a Ford Sierra Cosworth and you want to buy new seatbelts. You go on eBay, you put in Ford Sierra Cosworth seatbelts, they're £100 each side. If you put in Sierra seatbelts, they're £50. This is not a metal detecting spade. However, I've used a similar one, and they're Fiskars, a company, I think in Sweden or Denmark, or something, do a similar spade. This is really good for £34.74. Got the pricing wrong here. This is a lovely spade, and I've used a similar one. It lasted me about a year, which 35 quid ain't bad. And the only reason it broke is because I tried digging in the summer. But because we're talking...
So what you're saying is you've tried digging in the summer and you've tried digging in the winter and you've broke your spades. So when can you go out?
No, on this spade, you'll see there's 4 bolts at the bottom. And for digging autumn, spring, winter, fine. But as soon as you hit hard ground, if you are a bit over enthusiastic and lever it too far back, you can cause damage.
It's not usual to have the blade attached to the shaft like that.
No, but it keeps the price down. But if you're in Norfolk or your beach,
that can you have a shave with it as well?
You get
Wilkinson sword
blades, but if you know stainless steel, I don't think the shaft is stainless steel. But if you're beach detecting, you don't want a sand scoop. Something like that is really, really good. Philip Wills just put in the chat: heavy duty summer spade and lightweight winter spade. Exactly what I was saying, Philip. Yeah. So, yeah, you can see what I mean there. Right. Oh, going to Fiskars. Fiskars are revolutionary in spades. They've been going for years. Their digging tools are like iPhones. They just work. And this one here, I haven't used. It's not cheap, 75 quid. But I think it's telescopic. No, it's not. 120 centimeters. I thought I picked a telescopic one. But this is on Amazon. This is a Fiskars spade. Steel blade, fiberglass reinforced plastic.
You can actually get that in two lengths and 2 different blade types. So you've got your 120 and 180, I think, there. And then you got your pointed spade and your rounded spade.
Yeah. Fiskars are lovely to use. I can't believe I'm sitting here talking about bloody spades. But I do love them. Because...
how many spades have you got currently for metal detecting purposes?
6.
I've got 4.
And they're all for different scenarios and stuff.
Actually,
but
technically I've got 5, but I haven't got a shaft for it. You know, the one that I brought down to Detectable to show you.
But this is a prime example. if you can buy tools from Regton LP to Technics, all Crawford's, all that, but there are others available, and it's all about choice. This one's got good reviews. Oh, it's not working. Why is that not working? Now this one here, I've got one of these. Have you seen these, Dave? Evolution Pro.
Yes,
I've
seen.
So this is from Detechnics. I've got one of these. It'll outlive me. If you're into the hobby of detecting and you like gardening, this is perfect. However, the length of it for me is personally too short. I like a long shaft. But for 80 quid, stainless steel, I think it's made in Britain. It's not bad. It's quite heavy, bottom heavy. But if you like swinging, that's not a bad one. Now, going back to the Wilkinson's.
That's the one I've got.
No, Spear and Jackson. So this is the Spear and Jackson. Well, it's not. It's an Evolution Pro cut stainless SE spade on Amazon. A lot of money, 82 quid. It's basically the same as the Spear and Jackson one, but Evolution have designed the end of it. And I must say, when they've designed it, they haven't. I don't know how they do it. They haven't gone at it with an angle grinder because it's almost as if it's cast, isn't it, Dave? It's perfect.
For me, I won mine on lockdown competitions. It's got a what they call the bandolier. Yeah. What they call a strap. And it's also got brass attachments bolted to the foot things.
Yeah.
Foot plates. And it's and mine's obviously it's engraved as well, ArcMD Mag, the logo of ArcMD Mag on it. But I can't remember the company who actually does them. Somebody will say in the
it's
the chat.
A man. Yeah.
It is a man. But for me, I actually, weird story, Adrian. Me and Shane went out. It was winter. I was using the McGrafter. It obviously wasn't working very well. It was snow on the ground. It wasn't working very well. And I said to Shane, I need something a little bit heavier. I'm going to have a look at you, Spades. That night, I won that on lockdown competitions. And I absolutely adore it.
It's up there. It's one of my favourites. I lent it to I've been using mine for about 2 years, and I lent it to my father-in-law because he was blown away. He had to cut some roots on a tree, and I haven't had it back. And I'm glad we've done.
Wasn't it original one of these called the Root Slayer?
No, that's a different one. But
it's basically the same, isn't it? I know it's got like a more of an O handle on it.
Yeah, the Root Slayer is I think it's a bit. How can I put it? Manually designed. The Evolution they're really good spades.
Ergonomically brilliant.
Yeah, a bit heavy. They're like a weapon. They really are, and they're sharp. So they're on Amazon. I think you can buy them from LP, Regton to Technics, Crawford's, etc.
Or play lockdown competitions and win one.
Or lockdown, and you get one engraved. Yeah. So yeah, 5-star. Well, it's 4.7 out of 224 reviews. Then we move on to this one. Have you seen this one, dear?
No, I haven't. That looks interesting.
So, Quest metal detectors. So they bring out some interesting machines, and it's out of stock at the moment. This is from Spinner Disc. I saw this at Detectival last year, and I think I saw it at Detectival the year before. Not sure how good they are. I'm yet to use one, but they look very well designed. And
Well,
for 75 quid, you can't go wrong. I
think from the look of it, there's several issues I could find. There's the easy snapping points or breakage points. And also, why has it got a bottle opener on it? And why has it got a spanner set on it as well?
I don't know. Matt Kent, hi Matt. He had one. It's heavy, especially at full length. Yeah, I don't know why they put a bottle opener and also
and the handle looks very, very cheap.
10 mil and a 30 mil socket on it. I can't believe someone would want to. I don't.
To me, for the price, to me personally, I would rather go and buy 7 of the first Spades and for the same price and use them forever.
Yeah. John Clayton, yeah, it does look like a Swiss Army knife. The Jim painting, the crest is too small, only 9 inches deep on the blade. Oh, yeah, that is quite neat. Yeah, thanks, Jim. Philip Wills says it got a clock on it. Dark Knight Detectorist.
I reckon it's actually got one of them rolling compasses in the grip.
It probably has. Anyway, that's an option.
Adrian, Matt Kent wasn't talking about this one. He was talking about somebody raised the
we won't talk
Spade
about
in the chat earlier on, and Matt was talking about that. Bumstead is the one who does the engraved Optimus Spades. Thanks, John.
Thanks, John.
John Nicholson.
You're correct. Alan Bumstead. So this one here, the Nocta Premium, when this came out, I think it was like 89 quid, but with all the Brexit and all malarkey and wars and everything going on, it's 100. This is from LP. This is a very popular spade.
Can see why.
Got one. My mate's got one, and to be fair, when he got it, I looked at it, 2-piece. Is it going to be strong?
Adrian, move your mic.
Hello?
I can hear you, but you crap.
What about now?
Speak again.
Hello?
That's better.
Yeah, my mate's got this one, and to be honest, like I said, I thought it weren't going to work well, and it is actually really good. It's a lot of money, 107 quid. So that is a hell of a lot. I mean, not being rude, you look at it, it's a spade, but it's got a long head on it, sharp, it's adjustable in height. To be fair, I think Nocta nailed it. I really do on this. I think they've done a good job. And I'm really surprised that other manufacturers haven't followed this. XP, Minelab, Garrett. Garrett do a spade, but it's a bit different. I'm surprised no one's really followed this up, but it's a good digging tool.
You sound very tinny, Adrian.
I might.
And also, if you want to acquire this spade, you can get 10% off at LP Metal Detecting using the code DK10. Thank you, Dark Knight Detectorist. You there?
Do I sound better now?
Yes, very much.
Right. Okay. So we got that one. Oh, get to the next slide. Now, this one here.
Was this the chap who was at Rodney Cook a couple of years ago?
Yeah. Has anyone got one of these?
You can tell that's made not in a factory. You can tell it's made by a person as opposed to mass produced.
So, Paul Martin is, yeah. Thank you, James. Hi, James. Hope you're well. Now, this spade I'd seen it around, and I only got my hands around the shaft at Rodney Cook about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, Dave?
Yeah.
And I met, I don't think it's Paul Martin, James. I can't remember.
Paul Martin's the proprietor of Evolution Spades.
Oh, is he? And I remember holding it, looking at it, and he told me a little secret about how it's manufactured, which I know for a fact no other spade is designed has those benefits. I've been using mine since then and absolutely smashed it out. I've used it in the garden. I've used it on ropes. I've used it all over the country. It's not heavy. It is heavy a fair bit, but really good. And you can find him on Facebook, Noble MDT. Dark Knight Detectorist. My dad had one of those. I had to repair it for him. Really?
Noble MDT.
Really?
That's why.
Your dad had one of those, and you had to repair it. Well, I've used mine for things that I shouldn't use it for, and it's never, ever, ever caused any issues. But yeah, so I think it's about £80. But yeah, British design. He's got a touch like a bloody elephant. I tell you what, I'd lift an elephant. If I could lift an elephant, I would with that. But downsides of that, it is a bit heavy. If you're out digging and it's cold, the stainless steel, like any stainless steel, is freezing. When it's sunny, it gets hot. But for me, you can get different permutations. You get serrated edge, smooth edge, but I don't know if you still.
For the viewers, anybody who does know the chap who owns Noble MDT, is it still operating? Because if you go onto the Facebook page, there's been nothing put on since 22.
His name's
got a
Carl.
link. It's got a link to his eBay page, which has got nothing on there. So, can you let us know if they're still going?
Well, I'll be excited. Well, it'd be sad, but his name's Carl. I've just remembered. So that's the Noble spade. And then, so that's about 80 quid. And then we go to this little brand, McGrafter. Now, hopefully viewers of the show will know we've supported McGrafter for...
Since the day he produced his first spades. Tony Kaywood introduced us and yourself because he knew him, I don't know, from Yorkshire maybe. Myself, you, Shane, we've supported him. You know, it is a fantastic brand.
Digger Dawn,
yeah. He actually made her one special so she could pack. The one on the left was originally made for Digger Dawn, so she could pack it and take it to America with her.
Yeah, I've got 2-piece and a 3-piece. They're not cheap, and we can't go into detail, but the carbon fibre used on that is also used on things which cost, what would you say, millions of pounds, Dave?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's hand woven carbon fibre in the UK. It's not Chinese, so it's a cracking bit of kit. I don't know if McGrafter, the website's still live, but
we saw him at he come down to Rodney Cook last year, didn't he?
Yeah.
Paid us a visit there. He is on about emigrating to, well, not emigrating. Is it emigrating if you go to Germany? Is it still classed as emigration? Migration? He was about going to live in Germany, so I've not spoken to him about it. I'll have to catch up with Paul soon.
This to me is the creme de la creme of digging tools. They're very expensive, but they're actually fit for purpose. However, when I tested the early prototypes, I did have a few issues, but they seem to be resolved now. So if you've got an early, if you've got an early one going back 3 or 4 years ago, they did have a few issues with the stem, but I know a few people who've sent them back and he's fixed it and all sorted. But yeah, McGrath.
Where Ange doesn't think that the customer service is very good.
Oh.
And we've drove over this in a car and put it between 2 tables and had me jumping on it, didn't we, Adrian?
Oh my God, that was embarrassing. Rodney Cook. Dave, I think you weigh 12, 13 stone. You
22.
stood on the shaft.
22 stone of pure sex.
Dave stood on the shaft and it did break, but it bounced a lot. So McGrafter's good. We like McGrafter and it's British. Right, let's go on to something which is absolutely crazy digging tool. The Motley Field Fox Spade.
Oh, these are well sexy.
They are £125. I think they're from Canada, Andrew T. They're from over the water. I think they're from Canada. I'm not 100% sure, but these came about. I saw them on Instagram about 4 years ago, and they were massive. They seem to have toned down the colours for the UK market. The American market, they like their pinks, oranges, and purples, and all that malarkey. They've got a sort of pearlescent thing. But Jim Panting has hit the nail on the head for me. All those holes in the shaft would get full of clay and mud, personally. And you put that in your car, and it dries out and it's everywhere.
Or on the kitchen worktop.
Or in next to your bed. You know when you put your spade next to your bed and all the mud comes out. So this is one of the spades that I would love to try. Gareth Howard, yeah. Yeah, he's right. It's Gareth, you're right. It'll be $400 next month in America, probably, if it is in Canada. Oh, hang on.
Motley Digging Tools, the Dutch company that makes innovative, colourful metal detecting beach scoops and hand diggers, have released a new shovel designed by a team of detectorists and engineers. So that's Canada in Holland, obviously. Sorry, Netherlands.
Are they really
Netherlands?
Dutch?
Is Netherlands a part of Holland or Holland a part of Netherlands?
I could have sworn I saw a guy in like a pickup truck. It's like a Budweiser advert years ago.
That might have been just like a commercial, like they have on telly or at the start of the show.
Dark Knight Detectorist, yes, they do hold mud, but apparently the dirt bangs out easily. It's a cheap way of carbon fibre, isn't it? At the end of the day, It's strong, but yeah, we'll see. But anyway, that's the Motley Field Fox Spade, and I think
all that real ale, Adrian, it's giving you burps, isn't it?
Yeah, it has. I've got flatulence, but more importantly, if you
There was another one at the end, then, wasn't there? MK3 or something.
No, that's it.
Oh, right. Sorry.
That's the McGrath.
Okay.
But that was our short. We've got Adrian's wall in a minute. How do I?
Do you know what the worst one that I've seen on any media TV is? The one that they use on Oak Island, the shovel with the massive long bloody 13-foot long shaft on it.
Oh yeah,
living daylights out me.
Like,
what are you using that for?
Talking of things, I got one of these the other week, and I didn't mention it on the show. I did actually. Relics.
It's right. Okay.
So I've got all my gear on here. Composite cleaning pencil field kit. For those who don't know, do you know what? Composite cleaning pencil field kit. Little pouch with all these tools. We've all seen it. Do you know what I used that for today?
Getting some mud off your windscreen.
No, clean the spark plug on my lawnmower. So it's.
Why did you have your fines pouch on while you were mowing the lawn?
No, it was in the garden because I was cleaning out detectors and things. But what I will say, I've got all me. Sorry, keep talking. Just trying to get it back in. That's not easy. What I will. Oh, screen of green. What I will say about this. Look, you can't see it on there. It's got a mesh bottom.
Yeah.
We all love a mesh bottom.
We do.
And if you're really sad, you could have your MD card there. But for me, this is the best. I can keep going on, actually, because it's got a clip on here, right? Put it right.
Works well.
Yeah. Now, when you want to undo your clip, you pull the buttons. But this has got a safety button on there that you pull off, so it doesn't come loose. But what I love, for those of us who struggle with rotundness, normally you get a buckle here and it tightens up like a Velcro little clip. Not with this. It's got Velcro.
All right.
So you pick your fattiness, slot it up. And what I like about this, in the summer, you wear less. In the winter, you wear more. Quick change. But I highly recommend. It's got loads of pouches on it. Pinpoint. Look, typical me. Pinpointers in the bag. Whereas it could be in the pouch. I really do rate.
Well, I see your relics and I raise it to the ones that John Nicholson from CoinPod he sells on eBay.
Well,
absolutely fantastic.
I haven't had one of those, so I can't comment. But the relics one for me at the moment is I normally have a rucksack, but Gareth Howard. Oh, he's raised a very important point.
I had the previous one of the CoinPod ones. Mason uses it now because I've got, that thing I got off Temu that's a backpack that you put over your shoulders and that with round the back. So the bag I've got is one that basically goes on it's a general, it's not a fines pouch for metal detecting, it's a general pouch. It's got all the claptrappery that we need on it, but it slides onto the belt, so that's what I use.
Yeah, I'm not a lover of pouches because when I detect, I take my dog with me a lot of the time, so I've got to have my water, the dog's water, a fold-up dog bowl, and everything seems to fit in that for me personally. So yeah, really.
Can't you share the dog's water?
Water or bowl? We've got Adrian's Wall tonight as well.
We do have Adrian's Wall.
Garrett's got a bag.
Tell you what, then,
on
Adrian, at 9 o'clock we'll do Adrian's Wall, and after that we will bring the small video.
Fanny bag. Where's that come from?
America. So you heard us mention earlier on about the podcasts. I'm now fully up to date with acquiring. I had problems acquiring the audio file, but then found out it's so easy to actually take the audio file from a video. I didn't actually believe it was that easy. And even Adrian went, "Yeah, why didn't you know that?" Like, yeah, okay. Because I was using a dodgy website to do it, but it all stopped working. So all the back episodes from episode 211 to the current episode, which is 241. So 30 episodes have been uploaded, and they are going on daily at the moment. So if you've missed anything, or you want to listen in the car on your way to something, or you want to listen at work, if you've got your headphones on at work, go over to thebigdetectingshow.com. There's a feed there that should be. Is it working now? Have you noticed?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Or find it on Spreaker or your usual podcast providers. I use Spotify and it's on there. Not that I actually listen to it because I get bored because I've already heard it.
Oh, got a question. Oh, someone gets treasure hunting magazine. Oh, Adrian, in this month's treasure hunting mag, you mentioned that it's best to use single frequency on a Roman site. Could you say why that is and which single to use on Legend?
Why don't people ask me cool questions like that?
Thank you, Dave. That is a
You're welcome.
Really good question. So, single frequency relies on the soil types and the surroundings. On a Roman site, you predominantly get a lot of iron, a hell of a lot of stuff. So, if VLF single frequency is a lot more static, and how can I put it? If you're driving in the snow, you turn off traction control. I think that's a really good analogy, actually. I'm quite chuffed with that one.
It was to do with cars for a change, which isn't like you.
Yeah, no. But you're relying on the electronics and the car to get you through the conditions. And 99% all year, it'll work really well in the wet and the dry. A single frequency is like a manual gearbox, no traction control, which we all use in the snow. You see these Audis, BMWs sticking it, wheel spinning. So that is why, because Dave Moore, I've got my Roman brooch with the Q30 at 5 kilohertz. Yeah. You probably could have got it multi-frequency, to be fair, but on a Roman site, if it's open it up, no discrimination. If it's like if it's like not R2D2, C3PO, I don't know. If there's a lot going on, just knock it out a multi-frequency on a heavy Roman site, and you can Google it. People will back me up on that. And not that you need to, but just try it. What frequency did I use? What was that on the Vortex? So I dropped it down to. I'm just thinking because I've got a machine at the moment. I'm using it on the same site. I think on the Vortex it was 15 hertz. I think it might have been 10. I can't remember what I used now. But
Adrian, Anjas, why do you get a lot of iron on a Roman site compared to others?
It's not just Roman sites; it's medieval. Any sites that have been inhibited by people, you get a lot of iron. Naturally, it's like how we use plastic today. People of those times used iron, so it's just a lot of soot, really, in the ground. along with fires and bits and bobs.
James
Yeah.
Barnes would like to mention a book, as it's World Book Day. Do you know what? We should have done the books today, shouldn't we, since it's World Book Day? The Isles by Norman Davis. If you want a full history of Britain, the audio book is brilliant.
Oh, thanks, James. Oh, look at
And
that.
if
Listen
you
to that
do
tonight.
use Spotify and you pay to use Spotify, you may not know that you do have access to a library of lots and lots of audio books, which I think you get 15 hours a month to listen to. So maybe 2 books in that time. And while Adrian brings you up the Adrian's Wall, because I've reminded him, if I just go onto my Spotify account, I've got 1 or 2 lined up in there already, which were very much my interest. An Exorcist Explains the Devil. Father Amor, My Battle with Satan. There's a recent film about the Exorcist, an Exorcist called with Russell Crowe in it, and it's based on the life experiences of this gentleman. And one that, you know, our favourite family, Adrian, at Detectable, with Machine Gun Kelly, the son. She put me on this one. 1,000 Years of Annoying the French. Very funny book by Stephen Clark. And also in there as well, I've got lined up Crypt, Life, Death and Disease by Alice Roberts, and Mythos, the Greek Myths, retold by Stephen Fry. So if you are on Spotify, there's loads of books that are within our remit that we as detectorists would find very interesting. Talking Roman, surprised Adrian hasn't mentioned his Denarius and Roman ring from the weekend. Must point out, not from the spot the night hawkers were at. Oh, is that the one that you put on Facebook and I called you a word? Not Facebook. On our chat with Lady Martin and I called you a word.
Yeah, probably.
I swear.
Cheers, James. I don't share all my finds. I don't like putting people off. I'm lucky, very lucky, James. But yeah. Let's do a wall of me.
My daughter and a mate are just coming through. So I'm gonna get Demi, come and say hello.
Who is it?
Dave.
Say hello
Dave?
to Adrian there. This
What's
is Demi,
Demi?
my daughter's
Hi.
mate.
Hi, Demi. I can't see.
What's
What's your favourite biscuit?
What's your favourite biscuit?
Bourbon, chocolate bourbon.
Do you like custard creams as
I like
well?
custard creams.
Yeah, they're all right.
And this is my
What
daughter,
about-
Lily.
Does Lily like? Hi, Lily.
Lily,
Does
what's your
Lily-
favourite biscuit?
No, does she like fig rolls?
Do you like fig rolls?
I love
Yeah,
big rolls.
We all 3 of us do. You can go now. Bye, Demi
What
Jane. By the
what
way,
about
Demi,
Gareth?
you're live to about 45,000 people
Oh,
there.
actually?
Yeah.
Oh, let me get back on it.
Did you hear that? Let me get back on it.
51 people.
That's 51 people there. It goes out everywhere that I don't get the numbers.
Does she like Garibaldi's?
Do you like Garibaldi's biscuits? No, don't think they know what they are.
Right. It's that time.
Oh yeah, it's that time. Where is it? Oh, I know. I've moved everything. That's why, Adrian.
I'm ready. Dave's
I'm
not
not.
ready.
No, I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. And it's that time of the week again for Adrian's Wall. And it's a good one tonight. I didn't get it. Adrian told me what it was, but I know what it is. We know where we start, don't we, Adrian?
So, those who are new to the show, this is my wall, which I built about 27 years ago out of paper mache and cardboard bricks. And in it is some interesting artifacts. So, we will uncover them. So, if one could have a number, that would be very appreciative.
Mia's there, straight in with 21. So, I'm just going to do it now. There's no prize tonight, by the way. Adrian, I'll just give you numbers and I'll read at the same time. So, Lee Perrin, number 13.
Hi, Lee.
It's not a medieval mountain, it's not a spur or an axe head. 19. 4.
Oh,
Not a Girl Guides badge. It's not a Pulse Dave axe. Gosh. Oh, it's not an ox shoe or a weight or an Iron Age axe or a spad or a wood splitter. 7. Or a pendant or a cowbell or a, oh, bugger. Regdens, number 1. Good evening, Regdens. Could be any one of 4 or 5 people. It's not a lock, it's not a bell, it's not a strap end, it's not a scrape, it's not an iron, it's not a hoe. I think we'll go with Rob Cornwall.
well,
Other people said a cowbell, but it's not a cowbell. And he said bell, so it is a bell because that's what's written on the Portable Antiquities website, isn't it?
I
So
think
welcome
number
to Rob
4.
Cornwall.
So, this is an early medieval iron
Evening, Marcus.
handbell. So, this has got some real history behind it, and it's iron. So, the key thing about this is the vast majority of metal detectorists wouldn't dig this because it's iron. So, this has got a unique bit of history in our country. And if you look at the age, AD 700 to 1100, it's a lovely find. And it's such a lovely find that the Portable Antiquities Scheme awarded this Find of the Month last month as one of their top finds for metal detectorists. So well done to the finder.
Reasonably local to me as well. It says there the rights holder of the Derby Museums Trust, so it'll be in Derbyshire somewhere that was discovered.
Yeah. So dig your iron. If it's not big iron, just dig it. It could be a dagger. It could be a lot of things. So don't dig any iron, but
2019 detectable, an old chap came to see me and Luke, and he had a boot full of iron that he dug, and one of them was a set of Roman slave chains. Which was, fascinating. He said he digs everything. He digs the iron because everybody else leaves it.
Well, this is a prime example. John Clayton. Hi, John. I think I found some of them years ago and threw them away as junk. Yeah, to be honest, I probably have in the past. Keith Ellis. Hi, Keith. Hope you're well. Yes, it's true. How many people dig iron targets? Now, this is an interesting thing because so many people in the hobby now, with detectors now, are predominantly designed to discriminate iron in your standard settings. But there is still a lot of good artifacts that are iron down there. And I when I get a new detector, I got one. It's not brand new. Well, it is brand new, but it's been out for a few years, and I'm testing it at the moment, and it's picking up iron when I want it to pick up iron phenomenally, better than any other detector on the market. But it's iron, and the size. And when I dig it, it's 99% right. on the size at the moment. So, yeah,
Marcus from Regton says that most swords are actually found by kids or newbies.
yeah, of course it is. Garrett's. They get, well, I say Garrett's because they're a popular newbie detector, but yeah, 100%. 100%.
Adrian, shall we play the video?
Yeah. I need a wait. Is it going full screen? How long does it last?
It's 7 minutes 25, and it's more or less full screen, I think. If you go for a week, you go for a week.
Yeah.
So basically, this video, good friend of Julian Evan Hart, back from the 1980s. I'm sure Marcus will know the person very well as well. This was from an episode of You've Been Framed regarding metal detecting. So we've got a couple of these funnies related to the hobby and history that we're going to be playing as fillers every now and again. So here's a 7 minute and 25 second video for you to enjoy.
Isn't it everybody's dream to discover buried treasure? Meet Dave Stuckey and his wife Denise, who wrote to us about Dave's hobby of metal detecting. We decided, with the help of his friend Terry here, to plant a hoard of genuine gold coins for Dave to dig up. But he found a lot more than he bargained for when we accused him of having stolen them. Yeah. Here are Dave and Terry on their treasure hunt. Remember, Terry is in on the joke. Dave, look at this. Dear, oh dear, look. I told you this was the area. God, blimey, show us. You know it. Oh, dear, oh dear, dear. I thought you thought it was a milk top, didn't you? Dear, where was... How thick down was that then? There. What, there? Oh, my... Oh, I don't believe you. God, Jim. Stone me. James, Jacobus. Dear, oh, flipping egg. What's this? Enter our man who's already claimed the site. What's going on? Well, can't you see we're metal detecting? You can see what's going on. Oh, this is my patch, pal. Well, we got permission to be on here. We got permission to be on here.
The streaming platform.
Oh, yeah?
He's just found a gold coin with his friend.
Ingle, the farmer. Eh? John Ingle, the farmer. Farmer? In Wymley Hall. Right. Have you found out on here then? Not yet, no. You haven't found anything?
He said it's going to be paid as a tiny Willie, but on the other hand, it's massive.
Hey, well, what was that Mickey Mouse thing?
That Mickey Mouse thing?
Yeah.
That pays for itself.
Oh, has it? Oh, it wouldn't take long to pay for itself, would it?
I've had gold status for that. I've had
Yeah,
gold.
eh?
I've had...
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
You wouldn't find the Eiffel Tower in broad daylight with that, mate. What are you talking about? What, I buy British, don't I? Hey, it's a kiddie.
1980s tribalism.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, pal, if you say you found nothing.
We haven't found anything.
No, that's right, we've only just come on here. I've been there about a quarter of an hour. Yeah. Well, as far as I'm concerned, I'll hang about here for an hour. You carry on, lads, and if you found anything, I'll have it. All right? You cheeky. It's our policeman to find out what's going on here.
What's going on here? What? Well, I've had a phone call. Station, they said there's a rumpus going on here. All his arguments and everything, what's happening? Oh,
No, it's a little dispute we're having, that's all.
if he says he was here first, he reckons we shouldn't be here.
And have you found anything?
Yeah, I found a little coin, yeah.
Yeah? Control, I wonder if you can send someone down. I think we've...
anybody with you, can you please search them?
Good job you didn't find out then, eh? There was a robbery last week, in fact.
What, a robbery? What? You mean?
There was a robbery, yeah, in London. Coin exchange. I'm sorry, sir, I really must ask you to empty your pockets. Ooh, now he's for it.
what he's found.
Not a finds bag in
So you
sight.
have found something, sir. Any more?
No, that's it.
You?
No, none at all.
Yeah,
No, I gave mine the one I found today for safekeeping.
For safekeeping.
I said put it in a plastic bag.
I didn't admit anything to him because as far as I know, he had no right to know. You reckon you found a gold?
Well, I don't know if it's gold or not, do I? I just took it down to the museum.
You said it was a James II. James
Well, what were you
I.
going to do with this then, sir? We were going to report them. You were going to report them?
Excuse me, I'm Malcolm Board. I'm from the coin shop. I've just had a notification from the station that you may have found some of
Definitely.
my
Very
coins.
pleased to see you, yes.
Yes?
We have done.
The word certainly gets around fast.
You found some of them here? I would say, yes, I would say those are mine. Haven't I seen you before somewhere?
No, what? Have you? Where?
You weren't down Charing Cross last week, were you, by any chance?
When?
Last week. Before the 8th. It must have been...
Hang on a minute.
We just found that. We can't say that. We just dug those up.
Are you with them? Are you with them?
No, he's not with us.
Three, can you please apprehend any suspects by handcuffs, please? Apprehend any suspects by handcuffs.
Come here
Over.
today by accident and found a few coins. And he wants to know
5-3,
if we
out.
found anything.
Excuse me, sir.
Hang on a minute. I'm not resisting arrest. Well, come on, if you take this off, I can...
They told me they hadn't found anything, Gov.
Yeah, you're more suspicious than
Hey?
we are, mate. There's something iffy about you.
You didn't give us a chance. We were going to.
Yeah.
Time for Inspector Beadle of the Yard to investigate.
Recognize these rolls? Over.
Yeah, I just found... Well, we just found them.
You found them.
Yeah.
You been here before, sir?
No, never. Well, I mean,
Do you realise the seriousness of the nature of this investigation, sir?
no, I don't. I don't even know what's going on.
You are in possession, you have been caught in possession of stolen property.
It's just... it's just that something funny seems to be going on here.
Excuse me, Inspector Morris, come forward. I don't believe this, Dave.
No, something funny going on here.
Let's take off the beard.
So this is your partner in crime, is it, sir?
Oh, my.
Dave, still looking for that pot of gold?
Well, if I do find any, you'll be the last to know about it.
Denise, thanks for your letter. What do you think of him?
Oh, he's a little treasure.
He is a little treasure. And thank you for your help, Terry. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Stuckey.
They don't make telly like that anymore.
No, because they're not allowed to offend or upset anyone. But that is classic, and I remember watching that with my dad on a Saturday night. I can remember You've Been Framed. Go down the garage or petrol shop or corner shop, get us a Twix or a Kit Kat. A Saturday night treat that was in those days, and I'd sit there with my dad. I remember watching that, and Dave Stuckey is one of Julian Evanhart's best friends, and he's been detecting for donkey's years, as you can see from that video, and he only just wrote an article in Treasure Hunting magazine last month about a medal he found, which he traced back to the family. It's quite interesting. But Dave is, I think I've met him once, but he's top bloke. But thank you for that, David. It was very nice, and I hope people enjoyed watching it. A bit of fun, bit of humour.
People are obviously a little bit concerned that the streams might not be thingy because of copyright in the future, but you all know where we are. Be reads.
Take us to court.
It's not like we've got millions of viewers. We've got 7 or 8, and that'll do. We've also got, Sooty and Sweeper on here, so you might get shut down for Sooty being used on TV.
What? Emu?
Stephen Brame says the YouTube feed's gone down. Let me just have a check of that. I hope not. But hope be able to do that again. Oh, it is. Stream unavailable. We've been broken.
Because of the copyright.
Must be. Best not do that again then.
No, let me look.
Stop the video. So Dark Knight Detector says that we should be back. Oh yeah, well, I've had a live stream. Your stream was interrupted due to a copyright match. Ah well, we tried. Yeah.
You know why? Because it had the words
we're back.
on there.
We're back.
Yeah.
Sorry if you've been on YouTube. Unfortunately, there was a copyright infringement, so we got taken down, but we're back again. Things you learn. What he said. Do that one, Adrian. There it is. Feel the love. Anyway, that was that. And as I was saying, talking about articles in Treasure Hunting magazine, Lady Martin has a good one in.
Ah, yes. Now, if you're, we all get, how can I put this in a polite way? Well, no, it's not a polite way. We all forget why the laws and the regulations in the hobby. And Donna Martin, Lady Donna, has written. So she's written a really, really good article about the revisions of the Treasure Act. And it's all because of that. It's in this month's Treasure Hunting magazine. A lot of words, a lot of pictures, and all her finds. But I would highly recommend reading it. If you don't get Treasure Hunting magazine, why not? I mean, Christ's sake, all there is to buy nowadays in a magazine is Treasure Hunting magazine and Razzle, Retro Razzle, or whatever it is. But it's a really good article on the Treasure Act and its update. And thank you to Donna for writing that, because she is a detectivist. Detectivist. That's
You just made a new word up.
Yeah. Yeah. But Donna wrote that, and it's a really good article in the magazine. So get it this month.
And also this week, sorry, you first.
Sorry. It also, if you've got last month's magazine, you can still win a Garrett Vortex if you enter the competition from the magazine. That's still open till next week. So go for it.
And also this week, you were at the Julian Evan Hart Finds evening, were you not?
No.
Oh, didn't you go?
No.
Well, let's just stop the last 5 minutes of the chat.
What did I say to Jules? I've over detected myself. I've been out a lot this week, and
the housing manager said you're not allowed to go out.
No, it's not that. It's just my body. Digging and detecting for 3 days on the trot is hard work. And my arms, my legs, and my back gave up. And I was going to go detecting tomorrow with Donna Martin, part of the show. Lovely Donna. But I had boiler issues, and an idiot try and fix it who broke it, and he's coming back tomorrow. But I'm hoping to go out Saturday as well. So I've been out a lot this week. I've got a new detector. It's not new. It's brand new, but it's a machine that people sort of miss in the hobby. But it's a really good machine. Well-known brand. Everyone buys it. It seems to have skimmed the surface when it came out and disappeared. And I've really enjoyed going out with it the last few weeks. And I'm going to do a field test on it. Well, I'm doing a field test on it now. So, hence Roman sites and what James put in the chat. I found some good things with it, and it just goes to show you don't need to spend £2,000.
Go find 11 then.
Yeah. Ace Apex? No, it's not that. I don't go find 11. Let's go find 21 actually. But no, it's a cracking little machine, and I forgot how much.
Gareth Howard said he over-detected himself once as a young man. His mum then used to put him to bed with boxing gloves on. Wayne Rowland says, Adrian, thank you for putting the video together with the advertisers. Woodworking venture, most appreciated. Absolutely love it. Thank you. I think we'll show that before we actually end the show as well. We'll show that.
Put it on now. Put it on now, shall we?
Let's
put it on now.
Where is it?
It's there.
No, it's not. There it is.
Thank you, David. Wayne.
No, thank you, Adrian.
Wayne is one of the cabinets there was made by him and the lovely Nick Berry, two of the nicest people in the hobby. Very shy guys, don't shout about themselves heavily, but they give to the hobby. And remember this. We all watch people on Facebook and YouTube and stuff, but what do they actually give to the hobby? Is it advice? Is it help? Is it empathy? No, I'm not getting deep in that. But Wayne, Nick, and we're talking about Wayne, they provide things for the hobby that helps people. So Wayne and Nick made made a beautiful cabinet for Rodney Cook. It was auctioned off at like 700. Oh, it was hundreds of pounds, probably £1,000. They didn't charge any money for that. And Wayne has made me personally a little box from my best coins, not the highest value ones. If you've got an artifact, whether it's a crotal bell or some predominantly coins, and you like drinking, he can make you a little cabinet which your housing manager will love and design it to your needs. It's made in the UK by an ex-veteran, and bless him, he's done a lot for our country.
Genius.
Yeah. Dave's
he actually
right.
done the first time he come on the show, he done it from his workshop. And it was fascinating, wasn't it?
Yeah, he did.
And Wayne, Whitsun week, Bank Holiday Monday, I'll be in Anglesey for 4 nights.
David Evans has got one. He's even done a pot noodle one. So there's a guy called Pot Noodle or something.
Dean, someone.
Yeah.
Not Houston.
And he's put all noodles in under glass or resin or something. So if you've got a nice, I'll tell you, Stephen Brame, I don't know if you're in the chat, but that medal you found, I don't know if he handed it back. But
he handed it over to the family.
Oh. Mm-hmm. But if you've got an artifact which is pristine and you want to showcase it, yeah, definitely. Dean Hunter. But yeah, Wayne, lovely bloke. Think about it.
Airbnb, John Clayton.
Yeah.
Right. It's that time of the night again where Adrian goes to have another wee.
No.
And then he'll probably lose himself down a rabbit hole of Death Cowboy or Cowboy Death.
I got the wrong one.
Anyway, we'll lose himself down a rabbit hole of YouTube videos. If anybody who's watching would like to join us on the show, give me a shout or Adrian a shout, and we will book you in. We've got no guests at the moment, so it's set up. Hopefully this weekend I'll be reaching out to a few people. Donna's reached out to a few people to come on the show that she wants to speak to. So we're looking at when I'm in hospital for that couple of weeks when Donna's going to be doing the show in April. Excuse me. She wants to speak to certain people, so we've got them lined up anyway. And don't forget, Dark Knight Detective said get 10% off your Spades at LP with DK10. And I think if you want to get them from Ragdon's, you can use Staff's 10, which is Shane's discount from Ragdon's. Anyway, it's good night from me. It's good night from Adrian. It's good night from Emu. It's good night from Sutty. It's good night from Sue. And it's good night from Lily and her friend Demi, who's gone now anyway.
Big biscuits.
Oh, biscuits.
Bye, everyone.
Oh, I had some great biscuits before. Flapjack cookies from Aldi. Oh. Good luck if you're out, everybody, and we will see you same time, same place next week. Good night, Adrian.
Bye.
Bye.